Hello, and welcome to today's Q&A. I'm so sorry I'm a little bit late. It was doing weird things on my computer, so I've just jumped on my phone. Just gonna kick back, have some of my tea while you join. Oh my God, it's so good. Hello, welcome. Now, what I would love is, I am on my phone. I want to make sure that I can see your comments. So could somebody please write something so I can see if I can see comments? I really hope that I can, because I want to make this really interactive. Yay, I can see. Yes, beautiful. Hi, Marina, how you doing? Hello. I am sitting here with my beautiful, hi Jojo, how are you, hun? Hi, gorgeous Jen Godfrey, hello beauty. I am sucking on one of my favorite teas. Sucking, who says that? Slurping rather. Chai Rooibos. It is so good with a little dash of honey and oat milk. It's heaven. I was just saying apologies for being just a fraction late. Couldn't get this to work on my computer today, so I'm just doing it on my phone. I am so excited to chat to you today about a very, very potent topic, which is about trust. Hey, gorgeous Jody, how are you? Hello, beautiful queen. Trust. So I want you girls to bring yourself in. I have written down some really powerful points today, so I am going to do my best to stay on point. I'll be referring to my notes just so I can make sure I share everything that I intended to today, okay? But please put your comments in, the parts that are resonating with you. If you want some clarity, if you have any questions, I'm here to serve you today. This is your Q&A, so please don't be shy. This is the wrong group to be in to be shy. This is about taking up space, asking questions, and getting what you need. Thank you, gorgeous Jody. So I'd love for us, first of all, for this Q&A, 1111, woohoo! It's the universe saying, yes, this is a very important conversation. I'd love for you girls, wherever you are, if you're walking, sitting, lying down, just to put your hands over your heart space, to close your eyes, and to really bring yourself into the fullness of this conversation. Really let yourself receive what you need to today. Even if it's just one thing that sticks out to you, it'll be potent, yeah? So just really open up your ability to receive and listen with your whole body, with your heart. You might want to listen to this with your eyes closed, but anyway, whatever, we're gonna get stuck in. So, trust. So I've got the phone there, so I can't use that. Hold on one sec. I actually just wanted to read what the actual conversation was about, and then I'm going to dive in. So hold on a sec. I usually use my phone for this. Hold on a sec. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Well, my computer is just being a bit of a joke today, so I don't even know that I will. Oh, yep, here we go. Okay, perfection. Okay, so the topic for today was, if we sit down and get really honest, when was the last time that you experienced absolute trust in a relationship? And I want you girls to comment, okay? When was the last time that you were in a relationship with a man? Sorry, it keeps going in and out with the light. It's just how the universe is rolling today. I'm just going to roll with it. When was the last time that you fully trusted someone with your heart? And it's okay if it was never. I'm just going to shut the blinds. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's okay if it was never. Just be honest. Marina Del Rey, never. Yeah, that's the truth. Thank you for being honest, darling. And it says, if we were to get even more honest, when was the last time that you felt that you could actually trust yourself? Okay, so the first question was, when did you last feel that you could trust someone in a relationship? And then, when was the last time that you actually were like, yep, I trust myself in love. I know that I always make the right decisions. So I just want you to sit with that for a sec. I'm going to open this again. I'm just going to have the sunlight, even if it affects it a bit. Got to have the sunlight. Okay, beautiful. So I know that Marina's not the only one, and I know that I can safely say that many of you do not trust yourself when it comes to love. You're terrified that you're going to make the wrong decision. You're not going to know, your soulmate if he was standing in front of you. And love, quite frankly, just feels completely untrustworthy altogether. So I'm going to, this light thing's kind of annoying. Hold on a sec. It's going to throw me off seeing it going light and dark and light and dark. Come on. Okay, so that should be better. All right. Oh my goodness. So, okay, I'm going to begin. So the first thing, okay, Marina says, I'm terrified that when I show hint when tells me he will run for the hills. I think you were trying to say, I'm terrified that when I show interest, that he will run for the hills. Who here is the same? If you actually admit and share your heart with someone, that you feel like it's just going to be too much and that they're just going to run. Thank you, Marina. I love that you're bringing yourself in so fully. I know that there's many of you that are feeling that right now. Your entire self. Yeah, when you bring in your entire self, your true self. Yes, Marina. You're scared that if you bring in who you really are, that they're not going to hang around for you. Yeah, that used to really scare me as well. So I'm first of all going to admit that was me, 100%. And the other thing that I want to mention in this conversation about trust, I've got to charge my phone now. I am, because I was meant to do it on my computer. Just a second. Rolling with the homies right now. There are many of you in here. I'm going to have over-trusters and I'm going to have under-trusters, okay? So many of you might think, oh, well, I'm someone that just trusts really easily. Like, I've got no problem with trust. I'd love to hear from you if that's you, so you can pop it down. I don't think I ever trusted myself up until now. But now I've done soul to soul, I can honestly say I trust myself, and now I'm excited to put it into practice in my next relationship. Well, that's just fucking epic, isn't it, Jen? That's just music to my ears that you have this level of trust in yourself, because that is what this conversation is going to be about. But let me just go back to the beginning. Hi, Stevie Nicks. I'll take you out soon, darling. Trust is about being able to let someone in, to open yourself up, to be seen, to be experienced. Hey, Gemma, how are you, darling? For me, my pattern used to be, I want the man to make it safe first. I'm not going to bring myself into a relationship. Fuck no. Unless I have, I know, sweetie, my dog's just, I know, darling heart, I will take you out. Okay, mummy's just doing this and then she'll take you out, okay? Gorgeous girl. I used to think, there is no way in hell I am going into a relationship being all of who I am. The guy has to show me who he is first. I have to know that this is like a good, steady option. Otherwise, forget about it. Jody just said, a week ago I was scared. 1 week into Soul to Soul, there is already a completely new perspective. Well, hello, that's amazing. You're epic, Jody. Marina says, my mum always programmed me that I would never be good enough for anyone. Whoa. Now, Marina, I remember when you shared that with me when I spoke to you, would have been over like 2 years ago. You're not the only one that has been told that no one would want you, right? This is something that gets buried deep into our subconscious. Sorry, one sec. Just going to put my hair up. I feel like we're doing show and tell today. I'm fixing the light, putting my hair up, just being unapologetic. That's what I'm doing. So for a start, that doesn't even belong to you. That's not even the truth, right? That was incredibly naughty of your mum to say that, but that was just coming from her own insecurities and her wanting to somehow keep you safe and protect you. So I want to stay on to what I was saying. I want to stay on the path of this conversation about wanting the man to make it safe first. That was how I showed up in all my relationships. I would bring in just a pinch of Lucy, just a tiny bit. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here until this guy really, makes me feel safe. And that is not a powerful way to enter a relationship. It was not me in my power. It was me sitting there in my little girl, living in fear. And honestly, deep down, I didn't believe for a second that I could have a soulmate relationship. So, I'd love for you to really feel into how that is showing up for you right now. Are you an over-truster? Because that is just as bad as under-trusting. Over-trusting means you're just like, oh yeah, I always see the good in everyone. I'm an optimist. But there's no discernment. And discernment is that grounded, heart-connected place when we're like, does that feel good for me? And when something feels good for you, you're going to get that response from your heart space. And when it doesn't feel good from you, when you start to trust yourself and to start to really know that you have the answers, you're going to feel, oh, there's just something off about that and I don't know why, you know? And sometimes you don't know why you don't trust something, but you just know that something's off, and it's about honoring that and following through on that. So, and then no trust at all if you know that you're someone that doesn't trust. What the fuck is up with this light today? I am so done with it. I'm really done with, like, it's not even freaking bright. Like, come on. Let me see if I can just do this. It's really bothering me. One sec. Okay, I think that's, yes, that's way better. I'm so happy. So yes, sorry about cutting out. I just had to get myself feeling good. Okay, good. We're here, we're done. Yes, so many of you essentially have built this wall of China around your heart space and no one's getting in. And the thing about that is it's got a lot of independent energy. I've got this, or I'll be fine. You know, maybe I'm just not meant to have this relationship. And you're already so far down your plan B that you forgot that you're allowed to have a plan A. It's your birthright to have a plan A. You deserve to have love in your life. You deserve to be a mother if that's your path, if that's a desire. You deserve to have it all. You deserve to do whatever the fuck it is that you're meant to be doing in this world. You're allowed to take up space. It is your birthright. That's what this community is about me holding the space for you to actually feel deeply into your heart and soul right now to go, where the fuck is this non-trust getting me? It's keeping you single. It's keeping you out of being a mum. It's keeping you predictable and in the world of mediocrity. Because there is a lot of people right now that don't trust, and there are a lot of people not getting what they want. And the problem is when you don't trust, you hang around people that also don't trust, and then you enable each other, and you're just getting around as this herd of non-trusters, justifying to yourself, well, I've got a reason I'm not in a loving relationship because, you know, my parents had a shitty one, or I was abused, or I was, you know, whatever it is, kidnapped. And there are some horrific things that I'm not downplaying that many of you have been through and experienced, whether it's emotionally or physically, or it's just, you know, hardcore rejection. And I am not minimizing that. I really want you to know that I'm not minimizing anything. But I can speak to what's important here, and that is that you are not your past. You are not your fucking trauma. You are not your abandonment. You are not your parents' divorce. You are not the fact that maybe your dad never loved you the way that you needed, and your mum wasn't present and didn't love you the way she needed. You have inherited coping mechanisms, and you've inherited also other people's ways of being and other people's story that is not yours. And you're just getting through life acting as if this is all that there is for you. And you've talked yourself out of a plan A, and you're keeping yourself small with your language, with the way that you describe yourself. You're like, well, I'm just not someone that trusts, or in my family, blah, 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 blah. And you keep confirming and justifying why it is that you don't trust, or why it is that you're single. And you're just in the wrong story. It's like this wall of China. You just keep putting more and more bricks in front of you instead of doing the work to fucking smash those bricks down, brick by brick by brick by brick, so that you can literally walk into your kingdom of everything that you ever desired. Because it exists for you. The fact that you can desire it, the fact that you want it, means that you can absolutely have it. But you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be sitting there resting on your laurels if you feel like you've done a lot of work and you're like, well, I've done all the work. No, you haven't. Otherwise you'd have your relationship. Or if you're like, I'm justified because I had all this shit go on with me and that's why I've got these trust issues. No, do the work to sort it out. and don't be lazy with your dream. Because if you don't fight for your dream and if you don't do the work to clear and heal these trust issues, my darling, you're going to miss out. And that fucking sucks, right? I'd much prefer to go, you know what? Let me dig into my courage. Let me go and deal with this like my superstars are that come and work with me and do this work. It takes a lot of courage. I'm not saying it's a walk in the park because that would be lying. There isn't anything easy about coming in and dealing with yourself. It takes courage. It takes commitment. It takes grit. But guess what? On the other side of that is everything that you have been yearning for. And many of you have checked out, you've clocked off, you are so numb that you're not even admitting to yourself that you've got a plan A. You're not even admitting to yourself that you want to have a soulmate relationship because you've genuinely convinced yourself that that doesn't happen for you. And that is bullshit. And underneath it is you're scared to be seen for who you really are. You don't trust that someone would really want to be with you if you showed all of who you are. You're scared to be let down. You're scared that if you bring yourself in and you really expose your heart and your true self, that you'll just be disposed of and they'll just be like, whoa, 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 that's too intense, that's too much, I don't want that, that's not what I signed up for. And then you'll be rejected and left. Many of you are also very scared to get it wrong. You're like, I don't even know I don't even know if I'd make the right decision. You know, I won't even know who my soulmate is if he was in front of me because you don't trust yourself. You're not in your heart space. You're massively in here. Many of you are also very scared to fail. You know, you're so in the achieving mode, and that's, you know, in life, maybe at university, you're just in that achieve. And so what's running underneath you is, I've got to get it right. I've got to get it right. I don't want to fail. But that's not the energy that you can have a soulmate relationship with, because we're not here to get anything right. Love is not something to get right. Love is something that has to be felt first and foremost within your heart, within your being, and for you. That's what love requires, for you to be able to be with yourself, to love all of those parts of you that you've buried, that you've numbed, that you've got shame around. This is what's begging for you to actually go, no, I trust. I'm going to go and love and do the work on myself to heal and shine the light onto those wounds, onto those traumas, onto the belief systems that are really sending you down a one-way street. They're sending you down the rabbit hole because your belief systems are not in alignment with what it is that you desire, because you're already talking yourself out of you being able to have what you want. Hey, gorgeous Kate, how are you, superstar? You're also scared that you're not worthy. You're not worth staying for, right? This is why you're scared to trust, because you're like, well, I don't even feel that. You don't even know how to be vulnerable. That scares you. You know, like you're like, I don't even know what that means to be vulnerable. And B, you're like, there's always going to be someone that's better than me. So there is this deep lack of trust, not in love and in men, but with you, that you're not enough and you don't trust or back yourself. You don't feel worthy. And that's where this issue is stemming from. It's trust with self. And until you do the work, my darling ones, to honor yourself and love yourself enough to heal these belief systems, to heal these limiting, negative, sabotaging behaviors, and to heal this worldview and these perceptions that you have, not just about love, not just about men, but the perceptions that you have about yourself. Because many of you are already deep down deeming yourself as unworthy, whether you're saying it out loud or not. You might sit there with your list. You might sit there telling yourself you're amazing. You might have this profile picture with all these quotes and present yourself like this goddess. But all of that's irrelevant if deep down you're not vibrating with your epic power, magic, and worth. And you can't fake self-worth. It's either emanating from you and it's palpable, or it's a put on, it's a charade, it's bravado. And I used to live with a lot of that. And I can pick it up like that. If I see women coming to work with me, I'm like, sister, drop the mask, drop the bravado. I want to see who you really are. I want to see how you really feel. I'm not interested in the fucking jazz hands. And that's because I know the jazz hands, because I used to have 75,000 different pairs of jazz hands. So, you know, the good thing I want you to hear out of this conversation is that you can heal this. Do not tolerate and accept the fact that you have trust issues. That's what I want to tell you, okay? What did I write here? Not trusting is no belief. Yeah, not trusting is that you just don't believe that things work out for you. That's the inherent belief that is robbing you of your future. It's robbing you of being a mom. It's robbing your eggs right now that could produce beautiful, beautiful babies, because time is of the essence. I don't care if it's COVID right now. I've got women right now in soulmate relationships. They met them during COVID. People come to me, Lucy, I've lost my job. I can't do your program. Yeah, you can. Go figure it out. Go fight for something. Go fight for yourself. It's irrelevant right now. We cannot be a prisoner to COVID. If it's not COVID, it's something else. So I want you to look at the game that you're playing with yourself, with the commitment. Are you committed to yourself? Because if you're not committed to yourself and you're not committed to your best life, how on earth are you going to attract someone that's going to want to commit to you? Okay? Many of you, darling ones, are giving your power away to past situations, past rejections, past letdowns, past disappointments, past hurts. And while I understand that, it's not helping you. My father died at the age of 8. So of course my trust issues, I could barely say it. My trust issues ran so deep because I felt so abandoned, so let down that my dad could die on me like that instantly, that I was like, oh, fuck that. I'm not trusting. Like, I'm sorry. I have a very good reason. Yeah. And then I used to numb with a lot of alcohol. So don't think I don't understand where you are, because I do deeply. And I, for 10 years, was in my own way. I've always wanted to be a mum, and I am now, and I'm deeply grateful. But for 10 years, I got in the way of myself because I felt justified to have my trust issues. I felt that that was acceptable and that was okay. But it wasn't affecting anyone else's life. It was affecting my own. I was standing in the way of my dreams. I was standing in the way of attracting in the love of my life, just like you are right now. And you're too fucking good for that. So please don't allow yourself off the hook with your reasons, with your excuses. You either want to change your life and solve this, or you want to have your reasons and your excuses. But for the love of God, stop giving your power away to things that are in the past, because all that's happening is you keep putting your past into the future. It's like regurgitating it, and then you're wondering why nothing's changing. So the other things that you're feeling are that good things don't happen for you. It's not safe to be you. It's not safe to make it about you. It's not safe for you to be the priority. It's not safe to be happy. Who's feeling that? It's not safe to get what you want. Do you know how many women that I speak to they're actually, it's not even about the investment. They're like, Lucy, I'm more terrified to get what I want because I'm then scared that I'll lose it. That is something that I see like all the time. Exactly, Marina. You can have the soulmate relationship. I am living proof of this, okay? You're looking at a woman right now that was so in the wound, so in abandonment. I had such deep trust issues. I was not loving myself. I was in opposition of myself. You know, I was thinking I was doing all these things and doing the work and thinking I was just cerebrally kidding myself. And meanwhile, every year I was just looking at being in the same place. Oh yeah, maybe next year will be different. Maybe the year after that'll be different. Maybe I just haven't met the right guy yet. No, maybe I hadn't done the work to get out of my bullshit. Maybe I was so addicted to my suffering and I felt so justified that I was like, well, I'm just a free spirit, and if it was going to happen, it'll just happen naturally. That's not a plan. That's not a strategy. And that kept me really fucking single. And that's what's happening for you right now, is you are too scared to get what you want because you don't trust that that's safe. You don't trust that that's going to work out for you. And that feels really, really scary. The good news is that I used to be where you are, and I am now married to the love of my life. My husband is reading my daughter a book, right? Loves of my life. Girls, it is, hey Chantel, gorgeous one. I can't tell you, I don't know what else is more important in life than experiencing that soul connected intimacy and love and connection. And it was worth me healing my trust issues for. And I'm not here to make you do anything. I'm not here to get you into my program. In fact, it's invite only, and not everyone gets in anyway. You've got to be ready. You know, if you're not ready, you will not get invited in. If you're not going to bring your A game, you will not get invited in. Okay? It's not about the investment, because it's costing you a fuckload more to stay where you are. For a start, being single, it's costing you a lot to have to pay for rent on your own or pay for a house on your own. You're literally sitting there. Already it's costing you at least 80K. If you had a man in your life, he'd be bringing it too. So you're sharing your life with someone. So get out of the story of, oh, I can't afford to get the right support, Lucy. I would do your program, but I can't afford it. All that stuff is BS. If you want something, you will find a way to do it. And this comes down to you wanting your dream more than your fear. You wanting to learn how to trust yourself so that you can attract in the love of your life, so that you can live on purpose and shine your light and experience that deep fulfillment. And this has to be the priority right now. You have to make yourself the priority. You've got to make doing the work the priority. And once you make the decision, yes, I deserve to be someone that changes their life, you're going to change your life. And you're going to literally be another testimonial of mine, of someone saying, thank you, Lucy, I met my soulmate. But not only that, I'm now living on purpose. Yeah? Because if there are women right now in my community meeting their soulmates during COVID, I say, why not you? You deserve it. You deserve to be held at night. You deserve to be waking up next to someone that's going to look into your eyes, or even right now on Zoom, waking up next to someone that says, how are you? I'm thinking of you. I care about you. Let's cook together, even on Zoom. You deserve to have that relationship and that support, and to go through life with someone by your side. But you're not going to get there, or you're not going to be in a good relationship until you are willing to actually deal with your trust issues head on, and to heal your past, and to do whatever it's going to take to put your sublime self first. Because from my heart to yours, you're fucking amazing. And you weren't put on this planet as a mistake. You are meant to be here. And you are meant to have love in your life. You're meant to have a soulmate relationship. You're meant to thrive. You're meant to shine. You're meant to take up space. You're meant to be wealthy, right? Wealthy with your health, with your finances, with your relationships. Wealth is not just money. Wealth consciousness. That's who you really are. And anything else than that, I wouldn't be putting up with it if I was you. You got to reach for the high-hanging fruit and say, fuck yes, I deserve this and more. Yes, I'm declaring that to the universe. I'm doing a soulmate testimonial. Yes, you are, Jen Godfrey. Woohoo! It's done. So I'm sending so much love to you. If you want help with this, if you're sick of playing small, you're sick of feeling left behind, sick of blaming your circumstances, blaming COVID, blaming your bank account, blaming your parents, whatever the fuck it is, then I suggest that you get on a call with my team and let's see if we're a fit and see if we can help you. Because it would be my absolute honor to get you into alignment with who you really are and into alignment with your connection with the divine, so that you can have everything and more, okay? Because that's why I have this community. It's not for getting a little bit of what you want, it's about living your fullest life. The fact that from birth I only had 2% to survive, yes, I was meant to, fuck yes you are, Marina. You've got so much magic in you. Okay, and you girls deserve to be supported. Powerful women get support. We've got Australians enrolling right now. We've got, New Zealanders enrolling right now, and there's a shitty exchange rate. They're like, fuck it, I'm in. I'll do what it takes. We've got Brits, we've got Americans, we've got so many amazing women from around the world that are like, I want my dream more than my fear. I want to deal with my trust issues, Lucy. I want to be the chosen one. I don't want to be single this time next year. I want to have a family. I want to be a mum. I want to have a wedding. I want to be celebrated. Fuck yes, you do. You're always sick of going to other people's baby showers. Like, I want to have my own baby shower, make everyone come to mine. I remember with me when I was single, I was like, if I have to go to one more baby shower as a fucking single person, I want to punch myself in the face. But instead, I was like, pass me the champagne. Is that right, Abella? I know. No, of course she doesn't drink. Anyway, girls, I love you. I'm sending you the highest blessings. I want you to remember that you are divine. You were not put on this world as a mistake, but the only one that can fight for you and your dream is you. All right? Mwah. Big love.